HasanAbi corporate, I don't even know what that is. What are they talking about with the 2 beer thing? That's even funnier. Okay? Where is the 2 beer situation? I'm going to explain it. It's just literally a healthcare suggestion. Okay? Here it is. The 2020 to 2025 dietary guidelines for Americans recommend limiting intake to alcoholic drinks or less in a day, to 2 alcoholic drinks or less in a day, or 1 drink or less for women. That's it. It is simply a 2020 to 2025 dietary guideline. That's it. There is no regulation surrounding this. There is no implementation of such a reality. Okay? It's just simply a dietary suggestion. That's it. That's literally it. The guidelines were issued by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Health and Human Services in December 2020. What happened next is the Daily Mail decided to write an article on it saying America is following the lead of Canada and, forcibly limiting. Well, actually, the article itself didn't even say that. The Daily Mail article, as far as I understand it, didn't even mention that. But Republicans misunderstood because they don't know how to fucking read and went along with it and decided to suggest that, like, the American government's coming for your beer and they're going to stop you from drinking more than 2 beers a week. The Health of Human Services responds to the 2-drink limit suggestion. A Department of Health and Human Services spokesperson told Newsweek that updating the guidelines was a multi-year process and development of recommendations for the next edition had not yet begun. Currently, the HHS and the USDA are in step 3 of the process. Development of recommendations for the next edition of the dietary guidelines has not yet begun. Alcoholic beverages and health remain a high priority topic. They're addressing this topic through efforts separate from the 2025 Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee. Okay? That's it. It's just a fucking suggestion. Biden's alcohol czar warns Americans could soon be told to limit themselves to just 2 beers per week under strict new booze guidelines. Americans could be urged by officials to drink no more than 2 beers a week as a part of strict new alcohol guidelines. This is just a suggestion. If you think that they're going to limit your alcoholic content consumption, you are the most delusional person on the planet. Or you might just be a Republican. It's redundant to say you are the most delusional Republican because Republicans are delusional. If you read the actual news story, and if you have like 3.5 actual brain cells that you can rub together when you're analyzing things that you're reading, okay, you recognize, oh, it's just a healthcare guideline. Has this ever been something that Americans followed? I'm sorry. Have you ever followed a simple healthcare suggestion coming from the federal government? No. So why would you follow this? You fucking idiot. When have you ever followed a healthcare guideline? Average daily caloric consumption for the average American male is 2,000 calories. It's not 2,000 calories per meal. It's 2,000 calories a day. And your fat asses are at fucking Applebee's smoking on jalapeno poppers and eating at least 2,000 fucking calories per meal anyway. So shut the fuck up. Biden's health czar told DailyMail.com that the USDA could revise its alcohol advice to match Canada's, where people are advised to have just 2 drinks per week. Dr. George Koob, who admits enjoying a couple of glasses of Chardonnay a week, said he was watching Canada's biggest experiment with interest. If there's health benefits, I think people will start to reevaluate where we're at in the U.S., he told the Daily Mail. Current U.S. recommendations say women can have up to 1 bottle of beer and small glass of wine or a shot of spirit a day, while men can have 2. That's the current recommendation, but those guidelines are up for review in 2025. Per the U.S. guidelines, the drink is defined as containing whatever. We know that already. Asked in what direction the guidelines could change, Dr. George Koob, the director for the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, again, this man, his entire job is to stop your alcoholic conservative dad from drinking himself to death. That's his specific job. His response was pretty funny. He said, I mean, they're not going to go up, I'm pretty sure. Part of the reason why the 2005 guidelines are absolutely nutty, for the record, which is insane for the record, that the current U.S. recommendations are that women can have up to 1 bottle of beer, a small glass of wine, or a shot of spirit a day, while men can have 2. That's insane. Okay? Why is it that high, you might ask? Well, that's because the American government is completely in the pocket of the spirits and alcohol manufacturers. That's why. Do you understand? But once again, this is just a simple suggestion. It's just a simple suggestion. That's it. Doesn't matter. These are guidelines that you can follow, which every American does not follow anyway. But the fact that they're trying to turn this into like this big ass like ordeal, you know, that you know, they're gonna put you in the fucking gulags. Oh my Lord, dude. It's just yet another indication that we are devolving as a society. I do not understand it. I cannot comprehend it. But let's hear how Ted Cruz responded to this in the goofiest way possible.
They've now done that for new construction. They're trying to go after and regulate ceiling fans. I got to tell you, it's hot in Texas. We don't want to get rid of our ceiling fans.
Yeah, dude. I want my ceiling fan to cut my head off. I want my ceiling fan to kill my baby when it falls off the ceiling. Regulations? Are you out of your fucking mind? Regulations for ceiling fans? What's next? Regulations for asbestos? I love those popcorn ceilings. They're the best. They look like popcorn. Sometimes when I was a kid, I liked to eat on them. I liked to snack on them like a popcorn itself, you know? It was my favorite thing. Sure, some gay doctors told me it caused irreversible brain damage and a likelihood that I might have gut cancer. Let me tell you, some goddamn libtards took that asbestos-ridden popcorn ceiling away from me, and it was my daughter's God-given right to also eat the popcorn ceiling. Now, one of the funnier aspects of this is that Theodore Jebediah Raphael Edward Cruz is famous for doing these kinds of photo ops. And in my opinion, it always is hilarious and he should never stop. Because every time I see him try to do one of these, I am reminded of the reality that he is a Princeton and I believe Harvard graduate who has nothing in common with the average man. You can put the snakeskin boots on all day. You can wear the biggest belt buckle, but that will not change the reality that you are not a layman. You're not the average everyday guy. You're just not. This image is 40%. This image is like 40% belly. Yeah. Beacon of health and prosperity back here, by the way. All of our lovely, wonderful hogs. I feel like he went to, you know, a website where you can hire a hog and hired all the hogs from hog.com to stand behind him.
And now these idiots have come out and said, drink 2 beers a week. That's their guideline. Well, I got to tell you, if they want us to drink 2 beers a week, frankly, they can kiss my ass.
No, okay.
I love that they're all doing it in unison too. Like he told them, you know, drink the beer when I say kiss my. What a tough guy he is, dude. A little pussy ass sip. Let me tell you something, Theodore. If you were a fucking real one, okay? What was the guy's name? God damn it. If you were a fucking real one, you would do this. That's white Pongzai, baby. America's very own Pongzai. That's Chili Dog. For those of you who don't know, Chris Chili Dog forgot his last name. God damn! It feels so good to be free, baby! Woo-hoo-hoo! Free him! Free my man Chili Dog. He's arrested for drunk driving. Yeah. So wanted to show you that because he is the GOAT. I love him. I actually do love him. He is so sick. Yeah, he got arrested for drunk driving, which is really fucked up in my opinion. Anyway, every part of this is so fucking silly because it's so obviously scripted, like their behavior. They all drink the beer at the same time, and then look at Eric Bowling.
Senator, I brought a beer to drink with you. I'll drink this non-alcoholic beer with you because I'm not allowed to drink on camera, but I'll have a sip in the meantime.
Look, I got.
Why are you not allowed to drink on camera? Are you telling me that the fucking communists at the what is it? Is it FCC decided to stop you from drinking your goddamn beer on camera? What the fuck is that? The FCC won't let me be? What the hell? Or is it the communists that run Newsmax? Or maybe, just maybe, Newsmax was like, Eric, we fucking hired you after the sea of sexual harassment allegations launched towards you at Fox News, which was the reason why you had to stop working there. We have only one rule for you. It is that you are not allowed to drink on camera because we know how handsy you get. It's like you're just not allowed to drink on camera. You can drink off camera. You can drink away from the premises. But you, Eric Bowling specifically, you can't. You can't drink on camera, Eric. We've talked about this already. You get too fucking handsy with the staffers. It's not allowed. Please.
Gotta say, have you ever seen a brand do more damage to itself than Bud Light,
and then he just like randomly goes on a tangent on Bud Light.
Single-handedly seem to destroy themselves. So I'm glad you're not drinking a Bud Light. Personally, I'm fond of Shiner Bock, which is a good Texas brand. I've been to the Shiner Brewery in Shiner, Texas, and I recommend it. And I promise you, this is not alcohol-free beer down here.
I promise you, it's not. I'm a bad boy. I'm taking little baby sips, nursing this. Listen, guys, as someone who has struggled with alcoholism, I've talked about this quite openly, even though every time I bring it up, everyone's like, what? That happened? Let me tell you something. This pussy doesn't drink beer, okay? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, okay?
No, and by the way, the one I have right after the show won't be alcohol-free either. And it may just be a...
Yeah, he drinks like one IPA a month, and he sips on it like he's got a little binky on it. You know he's a little white wine Andy for sure. So, me consuming my 2 communist state-issued beers. Yeah. By the way, if Ted Cruz it wasn't a fucking gigantic pussy, he would have done this shit. And his approval rating would skyrocket. He would probably win the presidency. Oh. Uncle Sink, baby. Kane legend, man. Let's see. This is his best one, I think.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go! Do the whirlwind. Do the whirlwind. Do the whirlwind. Yes! God damn, he's cool. Kane Ledge, man. Kane Ledge! Anyway. I remember he came to my town, college town, had a speech at dance hall, and he held a beer the entire time he was there and took 2 scripted sips during his 1-hour speech. It was surreal. Again, not a real thing. Again, is not actually an issue. Biden's alcohol czar is not threatening Americans with Canada-style beer limited to 2 per week. That would especially never happen in America due to the fact that the alcohol and tobacco, like especially alcohol, spirits, wine lobby is a powerful force to be reckoned with. There is no fucking shot that they would even allow those recommendations to be put in place. Okay? What the fuck is an alcohol czar? Why is it called that? It's not a real alcohol czar. He is the head of like the NIAA, National Institute of like Alcoholism or something. His job is quite literally as a public health professional to tell you what the best guidelines are for alcohol consumption. That's it. Now, what's additionally ironic from the likes of Tedward, Rafael Jebediah Cruz, is that Texas, the state he's from, or not, well, he's Canadian, but Texas, the state he is a senator of, literally has dry counties. If you've ever been to the fucking American South, let me tell you, if you've ever been to the Bible Belt, they have the dumbest fucking rules on alcohol there, okay? Oklahoma, you can't get a cold beer. No spirits on Sunday. Like, you have so many dumbass fucking rules down there. How about you fix that? How about you fix one of the greatest miscarriages of justice of all time, okay? One of the greatest miscarriages of justice of all time, not being allowed to fucking drunk drive no more. How about you fix that first? Okay? We just updated the laws in Oklahoma. Oh, shit, really? I remember it was like so odd that like you could only buy 30 racks, but if you buy 30 racks, they have to be warm. You can't buy cold 30 racks. Last time I was in Oklahoma, at least. Pull up a dry map is spotty as I remember when I turned 21 and was trying to learn about the laws in this state, Texas. Yeah. You can only buy alcohol from stores that exclusively sell alcohol and they can't have branding there. They're called ABC stores. Let's play this song again, yeah, for the one time.
You should drive drunk, you should drive drunk, you should drive. You should drive, you'll be alright, you can make it home. Yeah, it's a crime, but it's fine if there's no one on the road. Drive better this way, cause you're more careful. Is that a dog or a child? I don't even know.
You should drive drunk. Always. You drive a lot better that way. And you should always be subscribed to the top of the hour in order not to see the 3-minute ad break.